Good evening, everybody. My name is Craig Joyner from the People's Concerns, simply because we're concerned about you. I want to talk about a few things today that I think that would interest some people out there. One would be safety on the school buses. Let's talk about school buses for a minute. We all know that our children must catch those buses every day. But how safe are those buses? We're not here today to talk about the drivers. We're not here today to talk about the safetyness that the inspectors to make sure that it keeps up. We're not here to talk about the city or the county, how they maintain the safety on the buses. What we're here to talk about today is, are your children safe on those school buses? Which means simply is there anything getting on those buses that don't belong? Whether it's drugs, whether it's weapons. We need to investigate this. Because I recall incidents taking place on school buses, and, there's no way of checking certain things. And I think we need to now, with things going the way they are, investigate better ways and means of making it safe for the people on the bus. People like the driver, the monitor, and your children. We focus on schools all the time. We get together, we have meetings, and we try to find special safe needs to place in the schools to protect the students, the staff, and anyone that comes on the property. But, in replacing those things, you have to concern yourself with, if I'm replacing things inside the school, then what happens to outside of the school? Let's say, for instance, let's deal with the inside of the school. We're concerned about the air conditioner. So we shut down in Baltimore several schools, and we did not send those kids to school if the temperature reached a certain point. Back in our days, you had to go whether it was reached that point or not. There was schools weren't air conditioning like this. Matter of fact, I don't remember nothing being air conditioned. Two, then you put monitors in the school to monitor the metal objects like knives, guns, or whatever somebody may have in their pocket before they can get into the premise. But nobody has done anything about what happens to the driver, the aides, and the students on those buses. That's where we need to focus our attention on. We focus our attention on the safetyness because we focused on the signs having cameras in them, the stop signs having cameras, so they can catch the cars going around the buses. We focused on, safety. Making sure the school buses meet all the expectations that the city and the county and the state regulations expect of them. We met those criteria, but we still have not yet focused on the safety of that driver, aide, or the students on those school buses. In today's society, you can't get inside of the stadium without them looking at the bags, and they want the bags to be plastic and clear so that they can see through them. What protects those drivers? What protect that monitor? And what protect your students on those buses? The children, your loved ones. We need to put focus on those school buses. And we need to do it immediately. There's too many things going on. And we know that things go on those buses, but by not creating a major problem, it's being quiet. I'm speaking because I am a former contractor for Baltimore City, school bus contractor. I ran buses under Baltimore City. I've driven those buses myself, not just my employees. I know the policies and procedures necessary to meet the needs of the city, county, and state. But I still focus on how to protect those drivers, monitors, and those students on those school buses. That should be a priority. You talk about safety. What happened to that safety net? That should have been the very second safety net after the school itself. It should have been the school safety and then the bus safety, not standard safety that, you deal with the inspections and stuff. I'm talking about safety inside those buses. We all know as drivers and owners that there are things going on, and it takes procedures to go through in order to clear them. Parents may not never hear about them, but we know. So we need to focus on that. And we need to focus on that immediately because the driver, aide, and the students on those school buses need a safety net. This is CJ from the People's Concerns, because we are concerned about you and we are concerned about the things around you. So please, can we get together? We can focus on this, come up with something, so that therefore we know that our children on those school buses are really safe. Not just to hear that they're safe, but know that they're safe. Even if they had to come down to checking those children bags every day, because children carry guns as well as adults. Children shoot just as well as adults. So if children carry knives, we don't need to wait until the incident takes place. We can cut it off before it starts here in Baltimore. This is CJ again from the peoplesconcerns.com. If you want to send your comments in to me. You can either send them to CJ@thepeoplesconcerns.com or cjoyner@marylandbuswatcher.com. But we need this. We need to focus on this. And this should be Baltimore County and Baltimore City priority. Thank you for listening.